50% from deep, and 12 different players had at least 1 3 in the record-setting performance. So, Shannon, was this a blip or a trend for Giannis's team here?
Skip, I just think now Milwaukee's going to shoot a bunch of threes, Skip. They averaged getting up, 36 last year. No, actually, they got up 39 threes last year, which was fourth most in the league. The league averages about 34 threes. So, are they going to get up 51 a game? Probably not. They'll probably get up somewhere what they normally got last year, because that's the only way to really open up the floor and let Giannis have lanes to go one-on-one, because everybody's condensing the lane, especially come playoff time, says, you can't come in here. Have a sign, keep out. So the more they can make these shots, the better it's going to be for Giannis. But do I think they're going to make 29 threes again? No. I do not. And everybody may want to accept Giannis. So for me, Skip, I just think this was an incredibly hot night. I just wish they could have made 30, because if somebody's going to make 30, you want to always be the first to get to around magic numbers. You remember when the first one that made 10 threes in the game, but then you make 20, and then so now you want to make 30. The first made 30 threes in an NBA game. But when I saw the score, I'm like, well, damn, 100, I didn't get that many points. You know, I'm like, I didn't get that many points. So I Giannis must have went off, because I wasn't watching the game. So I was like, well, Giannis must have went off. And then, first thing I do, I go to Giannis. I'm like, hell, he only had 9 points. Well, did Chris Middleton go for 60 or something, Skip? And then I go to threes. I'm like, 29? Yeah, Skip, you probably going to lose the game by a whole lot if a team get damn near 90 points on 3-point shots. You're probably going to lose by about 30 to 40. They lost by 47. But do I believe this will continue? No, I do not believe this will continue.
So you're going blip, not trend.
Blip.
I will say this. If in the playoffs this team can make 29 threes a game, they will wipe up the league. They will win every playoff game,
everybody.
and they will make Giannis an NBA champion.
Yes.
Here's the great irony of what happened last night. Giannis had his lowest point total since December 22nd of 2018, when he also scored a grand total of 9 points, as he did last night. And the great irony is he was the only one, as you point out, who didn't make a three. He tried 2 and missed both of them.
Right.
His starting lineup, look at these numbers. Middleton made 4, and Brook Lopez made 3, and DiVincenzo made 5, and Drew Holiday, the newest Buck, made 6.
Yes.
So those 4 guys combined to go 18 of 27 from 3. Well, that's just unbeatably
Well, you're
great.
probably going to lose the game if they just do
just
that.
Those guys. Just those guys. So the point is, all you need to know, and I'm with you, this is nothing but a blip. Just a couple of nights back, Sunday, Madison Square Garden, this same Bucks team shot a grand total of 7 of 38 from 3 and lost to the lowly Knicks by 20 points.
Yes.
7 of 38, that's 18%. So they go from making 18% to, 57%, and setting the all-time NBA record over a 2-day span. And if you can explain it, you should go to Vegas, because you can get rich quick.
No.
Because you can't explain it.
They just got hot.
Actually, too often, the NBA and college basketball also, they're just three-point shooting contests.
Right.
If you have that night, that magical night where it's just contagious, it's leaving your hand, it just feels pure every time it leaves your hand, you're going to win. I was up for watching on TNT the second game last night, which was Pelicans. I love the Pelicans, as you know, at Phoenix.
Right.
What happened? Phoenix was just bombing from 3.
He shot them out the building.
The Pelicans were horrendous from 3. So they outscored them 16 by plus 16 at the three-point line, which is times 3. So it's 48 points. Right. So what do you think's going to happen?
And what happens, Skip, is that one team starts making threes, and you like, well, I might as well try to get on the action for the other team, and you missing. And so the next thing you know is 3, 6, 12, boom, boom. You call timeout, but you're down 20.
And they lost by 25.
It's over.
And it didn't feel like that. And I thought, actually, Zion played pretty well and scored his 20 points on a very efficient 7 of 9 shots.
Right.
And it didn't matter. It had 0 impact, because he's not shooting and making 3-point shots, and they were. Phoenix was just and it wasn't even Devin Booker who was doing it. It was everybody.
Right, and because you look at the Heat last night, Skip, they attempted 37 threes. They were 11 for 37. So now you see the Bucks, they making their threes. Well, hey, man, Duncan Robinson, he's a good 3-point shooter, but he'd only get up 4.
No, and he made 1. Really?
So,
And Kelly Olynyk was 1 for 5, and Kendrick Nunn was 1 for 6. You're going to lose
It's over.
hugely.
It's over.
And you lost by, what was it, 47? You lost by 47 points?
That's got to be a record. Back-to-back days, somebody lose by 51, and the next day somebody lose by 47.
Okay, and remember, speaking of back-to-backs, the Bucks play at Miami again tonight. And they are 6-point favorites, just as they were last night, 6-point favorite. But they won by 47. Wouldn't you think they should be more than a 6-point favorite? Nope.
If I'm Miami, I'm calling Alvin Silver. Can we all put this on a Thursday? That butt cutting they put on me last night still hurts. So I need to space it out.
And remember, there's no Jimmy Butler.
Right.
And after the game, Eric Spoelstra suggested that the Bucks had been waiting for a short turnaround in the offseason, but however many days it was, he said 80, but it was a lot more than 80 days. He said they were waiting to get even with us because what happened in the Eastern Conference semifinal in the bubble?
Yep.
Guess what? Miami shocked the Bucks right out of the playoffs in 5 games. Okay? So here we are back to the highest paid player in professional basketball, Giannis.
History.
Yep, in history. And he leads. He was both the defensive player of the year and back-to-back MVP. And yet he scores 9 points, and they have their biggest win of the year. And you may look back at the end of the year and say, boy, that was the most impressive they were all year. Well, guess what? He went 3 for 9 and 0 for 2 from 3. He had 6 rebounds.
Yeah.
Not great, but he had 6 assists. I'll give him that. And he was getting 6 assists because every time he passed it out of the post to somebody, they drained another. They
drained another 3. And the thing is, Skip, with him is the thing with Giannis, Skip, is you notice he turns the ball over to charges. Because they just pack the lane and he just runs slap over people and they go the other way. But no, they know when somebody go hit 29. The record was set 2 years ago by Houston, 27. They might. I say they'll hit maybe one more game in the next 67, 66 games. I say they'll be in the 20s one more time.
Yeah, but if you told me before the year to pick one team that would set the new record during this regular season, where would the Bucks have been on your list?
They would. You know who I'd have picked? Atlanta.
Maybe. Yep.
With Trae Young and Bogdan, somebody like that. I'd have picked a team that got a bunch of, not Milwaukee.
Well, I'd still have to put Houston in the mix just because there's so many of them.
Plus James Harden.
Yeah.
Because James Harden can literally he can make 10 or 11 himself.
He can. So, especially coming off Sunday night where they lost by 20, what odds would you have given on 29 threes last night? You'd bet the ranch against
I would have never bet Milwaukee would have been the team to hit that many. If you tell me with Steph and Clay comes back healthy next year, somebody hits that many, okay, yeah. Because we know those 2 guys can catch fire, they can make it. Atlanta with Trae Young and Bogdan, okay, they can make it. But not Milwaukee, no.
And then I saw a video and heard that Steph Curry had made 105 straight threes in practice.
Yes.
Catch and shoot from the corner.
He did.
Did you see that?
I did.
I found it hard to believe, except that guy, he's the only human, I would say.
And then Steve Young said he choked. He couldn't even make 106 in a row.
Is that what he said? Okay. But
yeah, I mean, first of all, I guarantee you there's not another man on the planet or ever walked the planet. If you gave him 106 attempts, he ain't making 80 of them. This man made 105 in a row.
And yet, they did win last night at Detroit, but they haven't been very good so far. And he has not been very good from 3. I looked it up last night. Now, I didn't jot it down, but I think he's 33% during games. Yeah, so it's not translating into the game.
He get that stroke right.
Hey, if you can just sit there and they just keep whipping the ball right back to you and you don't have to move at all, just bam, 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 he can do that.
Well, the thing is that you got to keep a bite on. You got to stay connected. But he does so much running, Skip. You just get tired. And the moment you take a second, he's getting that 3 up. Now, you let him catch it, you let him get his rhythm. He's what, a 43% career from the 3 because his brother's slightly better.
Yep.
But you just don't want to keep him shooting 33% because if you let him catch his rhythm, you're going to be in trouble. Now, I don't know if they can make the playoffs because it's going to be a struggle for them. It's going to be really struggle.
I can't see it. Maybe when Draymond comes back, it'll give him a little more pop on defense. And Wiseman has been really strong
Wiseman's been unbelievable
for his age and